we're going to be analyzing the carbon dioxide emissions. So the dataset contains information on carbon dioxide emissions in metric tons per capita. This data spans various countries and regions covering the years from 1960 to 2020. Our primary aim is to understand the trend in average global carbon dioxide emissions over time and identify notable patterns, particularly the decline from 2014 to 2020. Next, we're going to use the data to build a machine learning model to predict average global carbon dioxide emissions for a given year, treating it as a time series forecasting problem. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over to ChatGPT. Okay, so basically this is where I got the data from. It's from the World Bank. So you can go down here and download the file. It can be either in CSV, XML, Excel. I downloaded it in the Excel format. I'm also going to be uploading the file in the resources section, so you can download it from there. Now I'm on the ChatGPT interface. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the advanced data analysis feature. And here it is already activated. Now for best results, I would advise you to download the file and work along with me. So the first step is to actually upload the file into ChatGPT. So to do this, you're going to go to the chat bar, and on the left, you're going to see a plus sign, which says attach files if you hover over it. I'm going to press on it, and then I'm gonna go to the folder that contains my data. And I'm going to open it. So now when the file has been loaded, the first thing I'm going to do is ask ChatGPT to actually read the file and explain its content. Now I already know the information in the file, but I just want to see if ChatGPT would be able to explain its content. Please read the data and explain its content. So this is the first question I'm going to ask ChatGPT. Let's see what it responds. Okay, let's start by loading the data from the provided Excel file and taking a look at its content. So by the way, if you want to see what ChatGPT is doing in the background, so in the back end, you can actually go here and press on the show work. Here you will see the actual Python code behind the scenes. So the first thing it did was import pandas, which is a library in Python. And it used this library to actually read the file. And then it displayed the first few rows of the data frame using data.head function. So let's just hide this for now. And see what ChatGPT told us. So the dataset appears to provide information on carbon dioxide emissions, specifically in terms of metric tons per capita. Here's a breakdown of its structure. Okay, so here it shows us the data source, the headers, the content, so country name, country code, indicator name, indicator code, yearly data from 1960 to 2022, the emissions data for each year starting from 1960 going up to 2022. To better analyze and understand the content, we should restructure the data frame by setting the appropriate headers, removing unnecessary rows. So here you can see ChatGPT realized that it should do this without me giving it any further instructions. So let's see the work behind this. Okay, and you can also see that ChatGPT actually explains to you what it's doing. So setting the third row as the header and removing unnecessary rows. Okay, resetting the index for cleanliness. Okay, so basically this is what ChatGPT did in the back end. So the dataset has now been restructured for clarity. Here's what we have. Country name represents the name of the country or region. Country code, a short code. Indicator name, indicator code, and yearly data. Many entries, especially for the earlier years, appear to be missing, indicating lack of data for those years or regions. Okay, so in the next lecture, we're going to see how we can deal with this specifically.